Hi, my YouTube people. Happy Sunday. Happy morning, evening, night, whenever you're listening or watching at this time. Let's talk about pheromone magic, smells. Do you smell good? How do you smell? Do you know how you smell? These are questions you should know or should be asking yourself, alright? Smells are very important. Smells are meant to be alluring. They're meant to entice. Think about when you're cooking something. It smells very enticing. It gets people, wondering what you're cooking. It gets people sitting down ready for you to serve the food. It gets the conversation started, just as, something you wear would, right? So let's talk about pheromone magic. Hello, everyone. How are you all doing? If you're new to my channel, I am Lamarr Townsend Tarot. I'm a psychic, an energy channeler, a tarot reader, and an astrologer. If you'd be interested in a personal reading from me, definitely check out my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. I am available for personal readings, and I would love to read for you. This is my website, so once you reach this page, you know you're on the right page. Check out all my social media pages, become a member of my Patreon, check out all my other things that I offer on my website. Check out my reviews. Check out my Facebook and Instagram here. Also, you can go to the store section, and this is where you can go to view all the rates, services, products, classes, and things that I offer. I do birth chart readings, compatibility birth chart readings, and individual birth chart readings. I do mediumship readings if you want to connect to those who have passed on. I do past life readings if you want to learn about your past lives. I do one-on-one psychic tarot readings. I do video recorded psychic tarot readings sent to your email. I do email psychic tarot readings. I do spiritual development classes, astrology classes, tarot classes, dream interpretations, candles, and so much more. So if you'd be interested in any of these things, once again, check out my website. Speaking of pheromones, candles here. Alright, candles hold pheromones. Speaking of pheromones, African black soap is a great smelling soap. So I also sell that on my website. So I would definitely check out my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. Hi everyone, hi Kiana. Yes, I love pheromones, exactly. Hi Mocha Drop. Hi Gabrielle G. Hi Caramelly Mel. Hi Casey Brinkmeyer, how are you? Yes, it has been a while. I think the last time I talked to you, I did a birth chart reading for you. Hi, yes, I love pheromone. Pheromone magic sounds delightful. Yes, everyone. By the way, I am doing $5 one question reading. So if you would like a question, I do have my tarot deck here. I will pull one card for you. It is $5 for one question. PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. All right. Hi, Breathe the Pineapple King. Or Breathe the Pineapple King. Carrie Melly, I love your marketing, Lamarr. Yes, thank you, Carrie Melly. I actually went to university for marketing, so I like to think of myself as a low-key marketing genius, but that's just me. Hi, TJ Jacob. Thank you, or T Jacob. Thank you for being here. Let's talk about pheromone magic, you all. I think pheromone magic or pheromones is an underrated magical tool for people. And once again, pheromones can be many different variations. There's pheromones that we wear on our skin, such as oils and sprays and, stuff like that. There's pheromones in terms of cooking, right? What other pheromones can you all think of? Those are typically the main ones that we think of. But either way, there's pheromones from your mouth. People have things that they spray in their mouth, mouthwash, right? Smell is really important. Just like animals, smell can tell us a myriad of information. There's a reason why, our pets use their snouts to smell everything and anything, because what they're getting is information when they smell something, right? The sexual kind. Okay, the sexual kind too, that it also has a smell, right? Everything has a smell, right? And I love the oils. Me too, I love the oils. We'll get into that in a second. What is the best way to infuse the pheromones on our skin? I have my way. I want to hear y'all's way. But one of the things, I was watching a documentary today, and I think I was watching a documentary about the evolution of humanity. So I've been going back and watching documentaries about like Homo erectus, Homo alibis, I think is what it's called, and like there's a whole bunch of other ones that we evolved from, basically, right? And one of the things they said is that animals have a very keen sense of smells, but humans have evolved to have not the best sense of smell. But there's the vagina smell. Yes, I don't know what that smells like. But maybe you all can tell what that smells like in the chat. All right. But yes, there's all different types of smells, and humans have evolved to have a less than stellar, apparently, sense of smell, right? But what's interesting is that our sense of smell is really still keen. Do you ever have moments where you smell something and you go, "Where's that coming from? What is that? What is that smell?" Like that's your instincts coming in, right? Maybe it's the Homo erectus, maybe it's the Homo alibus. I don't know. All right, but either way, smell is very important not only for the animals in terms of gaining information, it's also important for human beings as well. When something smells bad, for example, as human beings, or if someone smells bad, for example, we tend to want to stay away from them or not want to spend too much time in their presence, right? However, if something smells good and very alluring, we want to spend more time with it or them. We want to figure out what is exactly the smell that I'm smelling, right? Yes, it grabs your attention. Exactly, every smell is different. Yes. Like I was saying, when someone's cooking, I love, when you walk in the home and someone's cooking and it smells so good, it's like, like what is that smell? What are you cooking? Like you want to run to the kitchen and see like what is being made. So smells are really important, and we have to start thinking of that when it comes to manifesting. Now, smell is magic, but it's more so magic in like the practical sense. It's like, I mean, magic is practical, right? Magic can be practical, but like pheromone magic would be like one of the most practical magics you could use, right? Because not everyone is going to be able to smell you. You can't smell me over the video screen here. Although some of you have met me in person, Kiana's met me in person, and Kiana can attest that I smell good, right? Like, I am like in tune with pheromone magic. I get it. I have wax warmers that they smell divine. Yes, exactly. Yes. Oh, I used to use wax warmers actually. Now I use, well, we'll get into that in a second. Actually, I sage a lot, but I did a video on that. So yes. Now let's talk about what different types of smells can have different types of effects. Anything citrusy typically can lighten your mood. Anything citrusy can be very inviting, invigorating. It can be very alluring. It can make you very approachable. I would say a citrus smell is more likely. You know how sometimes someone smells good, but you're afraid to ask them or tell them, you smell good," or something like that, or "What are you wearing?" A citrusy smell is more likely to have someone actually approach and be like, "What are you wearing? You smell good," or "I like your smell." A citrusy scent will more likely get you compliments. Once again, it will make you more alluring, more approachable. It will make you seem more friendly, all right, and things of this nature. Now, something a bit more musky, like a cinnamon or a cardamom, right, or what's another kind of savory, tangy, musky smell? Egyptian musk, something like that. All these different types of herbs and oils. These have more of an alluring effect. Wax warmer cubes make a huge difference in the home. Yes, I agree. Or any smell, really. You know, more savory, more earthy, more musky smells tend to have a more alluring effect. It tends to bring out the more animalistic side of human beings, right? The more naturistic or natural side of human beings, right? When we smell something musky or natural, something like that. So it really, and we also have to understand that different scents react differently on our skin, right? So one scent may react differently, smell differently on my skin versus someone else's skin. All right. Now, one of my favorite scents to buy at the store at the mall, don't go buying it all because I actually need to go buy a new one myself, is Alien by Terry Mugler. Alien, I'm not sure. It's a very feminine smell, but I don't mind smelling feminine. A little goes a long way, so it lasts a long time. But it is it's more. It has a mix between inviting energy, like that kind of citrusy, approachable energy, like smell, but also there's something musky to it as well. That kind of and with smell, with pheromones, you want something to linger, right? Alien, I love the name already. Yes, it smells so good. You could probably get it at Sephora, Ulta, something like that. Just a hint of musk, not too much onion. Yes. But the thing with smell also is that smell plays into that first house energy. Smell plays into that rising sign energy. Yes, I love citrus as well. So when it comes to smell, smells make an impression, right? So we want to have a lasting impression. How you smell, it's kind of the same thing. Like people say They're not going to remember what you said, but they'll remember how you made them feel, right? They won't remember what you said, but they remember how you smelled, right? How many times have, no matter how old we are, can we go back to that time maybe in high school or middle school or elementary school, that one kid that just didn't have the best hygiene for some reason, and we still, years and years later at 30, 40, 50, remember that kid and remember how bad they smelled, right? Just saying as an example, I'm sorry if that's you, right? But smell has a lingering, lasting impact. What do you hear, when people meet major celebrities? What's one of the things you'll hear them say? Like when people meet Beyonce, right? Oh, she smelled so good. She smelled like this and that, right? Smell has a lasting impact. So how you smell really can play a part in someone remembering you or you making an impact in some way, right? That is the magic of pheromones, right? So it's time to start thinking about, how do you smell? Do you smell good? Can you enhance your smell? All right. What is your scent? Everyone I think has a scent that works for them, like a signature scent, right? Citrus scents are pretty good, right? Citrus, I would say, is like a go-to. But I think as you get more into pheromone magic, maybe you'll find what works for you, right? You also hear how some celebrities do not smell good. Exactly. Yeah, definitely true. Yes. So pheromone magic is very important. It is a more practical form of magic. But remember, it is all about making a lasting impact. It is all about really, being more alluring, more enticing, all right, more glamorous, all right. Pheromones can instantly heighten your presence. It really can, okay. So, a very practical form of magic is pheromone magic. Do you guys have any questions? What do you guys have to add to it? What smells do you guys like or find very alluring? I really am attracted, and it could be my earthy nature. I'm attracted to earthy scents. I love patchouli. I love tea tree oil. I put tea tree oil in my hair, right? I love the scent of osha root. I know that's a very specific scent. I love cinnamon. I also love tangy, citrusy smells too, right? But a light citrusy smell. I love fresh scents, colognes that make you, or perfumes that make you smell fresh. Yes, smells triggers memories, good or bad, exactly. All natural body oils are my alternative choice for perfume, lasts longer too. Yes, oils, actually, that's a good idea. Valentino Roma in Yves Saint Laurent Libra, yes. I love Yves Saint Laurent. I really like the scent of vanilla. Vanilla smells so good. I love grapefruit. Grapefruit's good too. You love bleachy smells. That's interesting. See, everyone has a scent they're attracted to. Vanilla and amber oils are so nice. I love amber oils. Let's talk about the best way to enhance yourself with pheromone magic. Now you can use oils. Yes, you can use sprays, water-based sprays or alcohol-based sprays. You can use lotions and creams. Right? There's so many different ways to infuse our body with pheromone, energy and good smells. But my favorite way actually is to take a bath in it. Okay? I like taking a bath in it because, it infuses, the bath, is a good mix between, usually I take a spiritual bath when I do this, or I make sure to put some sort of salt in it, so it's a good mix of salt, water, oils. I like to put oils in it. I like to do spray cologne at the top of the water. Sometimes I put bubble bath in it, and the salt helps to break everything down. Not too much salt. You can put Epsom salt too, and make sure you use either sea salt or something of that variation, right? That's how I like to infuse myself with my scents and my pheromone magic. I like to take a bath in, my oils and my perfumes and my colognes. And the great thing is you air dry after you take this sort of bath. So, the scent really gets to air dry. It gets in your hair. It's really great. So my favorite is the bath. Of course, you can spray yourself after you get out of the bath. Now, it's important to make sure you spray your body because you want the scent to infuse with your natural body oils. But also, I'm a fan of spraying clothes. Not right up close. You have to know how to spray. I'm a big fan of spraying and then kind of going in where the spray particles land, so to speak, if that makes sense. You kind of walk into it, kind of thing. I like to do the same thing with my clothes, all right, so you don't leave any stains on them or anything like that. So there's a whole process, right? But behind your ear, yes, and make sure you clean behind your ears too, just saying, all right? Don't forget that area. Bergamot and citrus is so good. Moon Magic, apple, cinnamon, and cologne scents are my go-to. That smells good. Never thought I would invest in a $150 perfume, but I had to get something that would last. That's an investment that will probably last you a lifetime. I do want to say that I want to get one of the classics eventually, like a Chanel number 5. I'm working my way up to that. I just can't like factor in why I have so many colognes and perfumes already. Like I like to cycle them out. So I'm like, I think the next one I'll buy is probably a Chanel number 5 or something like that. And belly buttons, yes. Oh my god, belly buttons behind your ears. You know, really just know how to wash yourself in every area of your body, okay? It's very important. Or else the smells won't work, okay? And you can pass it on, right, exactly. I think one of the most alluring things is to hear someone say you smell good. Like I love to hear that because it means my pheromone magic is working, right? Basically, it's drawing you in. And then you'll find that something people remember about you is that you always smell good, you know, or you always smell like this. Like there's something, it's something they're gonna remember about you. So if you ever want to be memorable, use pheromone magic. It's a great way to be memorable. It's a very practical way to apply magic, alright, and things of this nature. Okay? Did any of you have any live questions while I was here, or any questions about pheromone magic while I was here? I think tonight I'm gonna make. I tried to do a blend. It actually looks really good on camera, actually, surprisingly. But tonight I think I'm gonna make some pasta from scratch. So I think I'm gonna film it and post it on my second YouTube channel. So I would check out my second YouTube channel, Lamarr Does Life. Subscribe. Caramelly Mouse says I used to love to sleep in my boyfriend's t-shirt when he was away. That's a good point too. People have their own scent. Like you already have your own scent. So find out how to enhance that scent. I have strong 6th house energy, personal hygiene, and smell good energy is important to me. Yes. The 6th house is about hygiene, how you approach your health, and things like that. Don't forget your mouth as well. Your mouth, has a scent to it as well. For some people, it can have a stench, alright, which are two totally different things. So just keep that in mind as well, okay? By the way, you guys, I am available for personal readings. If you want a personal reading, LamarrTownsendTarot.com. How did you guys like my Michael Jackson reading yesterday? I told you guys I had a juicy reading coming up. Kiana says, this guy once told me I smelled like flowers. That's a good thing. I think flowers smell amazing. So, you should have asked him what type of flower. And then go buy whatever type of flower they said. Or he said. I thought it was a bad thing for years. I don't think that's bad. I think smelling like flowers is a very good thing. Flowers smell fresh unless they have a specific scent. Right? I loved it. I'm a big Michael fan. I loved it. Big MJ fan. Yes. I think part 2 is way more juicy. I like part 2 I like part 2 way more than part 1. Even though I thought the whole thing was really good. Part 2 is just way more like I got to actually ask him questions. It was good. So if you're not a member, become a member of my YouTube channel so you can see all these amazing extra readings I do behind the scenes. Yeah, I thought the MJ reading was good. I love tea tree oil and orange together in my foot care baths. I've never tried that before. Also, a good way to infuse like make your own kind of perfumes or oils is to get into essential oils. Now, when you buy essential oils, you have to be careful. They can be really potent, really dangerous. So I'm a big fan of going to organic grocery stores to buy essential oils. They may be expensive, but at least you know you're getting them, from a reputable source. All right, most of the times it'll say on them, not all times. So you want to look at the thing, but it'll say can be used externally or blah 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 blah. So True Blue says I gotta check it out. Yes, I think Michael was into Egyptians too. I could see that. Yeah. I think I mentioned that with his he had a bracelet on or something like that that reminded me of Egyptians. Part 2 was awesome. Do you actually see him in human form when you channel him? Yes, I do. Apricot oil is healing. I love, 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 love apricots. Apricots are so good. Oh my gosh. Actually, tomorrow when I go to the grocery store, I'm going to look for apricots. They're so good. And I can imagine it smelling really good too. Brian says, hi, sexy Lamarr. Hi, Brian. How are you? Thank you all for being here. Remember, if you would like a one-question reading before I sign off, it is $5 for one question. So there's PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. Thank you to whoever just donated via Cash App. 1 in a million says, that's so cool. Thank you, Casey, for your donation. 1 in a million says, his energy seems so gentle and caring, and yes, has a lot of codes in his songs. He does have a lot of codes. And he spoke in major codes in that reading. Alright, let's get this Cash App. Let's get to the Cash App, and then we will get to Casey's question. Sorry, my nose is stopped up. Today was not a good allergy day, but I've had worse allergy days, so I am not complaining. Melanie, what is your question? Thank you for your donation. While we wait for Melanie's question, I want to ask a few questions. $5 is hella cheap for one. I agree. Casey wants to know, oh, Casey, card flew out for you, so I'm going to take it. What does Spirit and Universe have for you? So we're going to take this card for you, Casey. You got the Death card, Casey. So you are going through a period of change and evolution and growth at this time in your life. Spirit wants you to know. So if old things are being let go of or certain things are being phased out of your life, know that new things are coming in. That's the purpose, all right? You definitely could be going through a period of renewal, of growth. It may feel like a growth spurt or growing pains at this time. But the Death card can signify an ending of some sort. So maybe something definitely in your life is coming to an end. But remember, death brings new life, new beginnings. So there's something new coming as well. Okay? So just keep that in mind. That's what the universe wants you to know, Spirit wants you to know at this time. Melanie, if you're in the room, please ask your question. And remember, if you guys want a question, it is $5 for one question. PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. Oh, that's Carrie Melly Mel. Oh, I'm finally making the connection. Got it. I've had 3 exes within the last 24 hours to reach out to me. Do you see me being with one in particular? One is an Aries and the other 2 are Geminis. Will Carrie Melly Mel be with any one of the 3 exes that have reached out to Carrie Melly Mel recently? Can I ask 3 questions? Yes, you can ask 3 questions, Brian. You got the 10 of Cups, Carrie Melly Mel. So I'm not sure if you have exes who you have children with or who are part of the family or associated with your family in some way, shape, or form. 10 of Cups can also signify a full circle moment. So I would go after whichever one signifies a full circle moment for you. In some way, shape, or form. So I feel like whichever one emotionally, it's like, wow, we've both grown. We've both, come into a place where finally we can connect in a better way or in a healthier way emotionally. Like, I feel like that's the person you should go after. And also, Ten of Cups can signify kids. So once again, I don't know if you have kids with one of them, or if maybe a kid could show up, maybe, or kids, or maybe there's already kids in the picture. Maybe he has kids, or they have kids. So I hope that gives you some signs or clues. Okay, I feel like whoever it is, they have stuff to offer. Basically, they've grown and they have stuff to offer. All right, thank you for your donation, Angelina. When am I going to get my own place? Let's see. Let me just double check to make sure I didn't miss any. When is Angelina going to get their own place, Spirit? What message do you have about this? You get the Three of Cups, Angelina. So this can signify maybe needing to be open-minded in terms of how you approach getting your own place. You may want to be open, for example, to moving outside your town, city, state. You may want to be open to looking for certain programs you can, get into or something like that. But the Three of Cups signifies being open-minded. I do feel like you will find your own place. There may also have to be a sacrifice of some sort. So it's like, okay, I got a good place in a good area, but, the neighbors seem kind of like, iffy or something like that, or cold, or like there's going to be some sacrifice that may have to be made, but it's still the perfect place for you. Three of Cups can also signify taking your time as well, okay? So take your time, make sure you really find the right place that connects with you. Three of Cups can also signify maybe 3 weeks, 3 months, probably definitely within 3 years. Okay. I sent $20 to your PayPal now, babe. Yes, Brian. Thank you, Brian, for your donation. Let's see. Did you put your questions? The link to my PayPal, I don't know if I have a link actually, but you can pay. Hold on. Brian, what are your questions? You can pay, you can just send it to PayPal, via my email. You can send it to Cash App or Venmo. All right, $5 for one question. Lately I've been doing these kind of like at least once a day, maybe. Sometimes I take a break. Usually when I take a break, it's because I have personal readings. But get it while it's hot. This is why I'm hot. This is why I'm hot. This is why. This is why. This is why I'm hot. This is why I'm hot. Thank you, Latanya, for your donation. Thank you, True Blue. Question number 1: semester at the Adult Center is about to end. How will I do with money with only busboying at the strip clubs this summer until I go back to work in September? I love when you do these. How will Brian do with money with only busboying at the strip clubs this summer until they go back to work in September? What message does Brian's spirit guides, angels, ancestors have about this question? I get the King of Pentacles, so I feel like you'll do fine. The King of Pentacles is one that is kind of at the top of the food chain, top of the ladder. So I don't know if you're like someone where, I don't know if there's like someone where, or if you're in a position at your job where it's almost like maybe you're the go-to person, where it's like, if someone kind of quits or takes a break one day, it's like they call you, or you might become that person. You may have to become that person. Like you may have to kind of like make efforts to bring in the money, to bring in the finances, to kind of stay like on top. I feel like there's a need to stay on top. Be seen as I don't know if I want to say be seen as the best, but more so be seen as like dependable, reliable. I feel like you'll do fine with the King of Pentacles coming out. Okay? King of Pentacles can also signify, I'll get to the troll in a minute. King of Pentacles can also signify a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus man. So if this isn't you specifically, this also could signify someone else. Obviously, it's a King of Pentacles, though, so they could be someone with money or access to money, or the ability to help you financially, even if it's with hours. Because I keep getting something with hours. Like more hours, taking on more hours, but this King of Pentacles signifies you'll be fine. Oh wow, there's 22 people in the room. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, Kiana, for deleting the troll. Hold on. I think I can just... There we go. I think I deleted them. Alright. Thank you, Karine, for your donation. Brian, what's your next question? Will I have a new job? Karine wants to know. Will Karine have a new job? Will Karine have a new job soon? I get the strength card for you, Karine, so I feel like yes, you will have a new job. I feel like there's a need to keep moving forward. I feel like you're going to have a job that really fits well for you. That's like a good fit, where you can utilize your strengths in some way, shape, or form. So I feel like it's really about waiting for the right fit for you. I feel like Spirit is trying to bring in the right fit, all right? Where you can really shine and once again display your strengths. So, I would keep going, but also be persistent. Like, I don't feel like you need to, like, apply for jobs and just be timid by the phone. Like, you know, if you haven't heard from them in a few days, reach out, you know, like, say something. All right? There's a need to be persistent and proactive. All right, Angelina wants to know, what can I see about the woman you share a place with? Why don't you trust her? Why doesn't Angelina, and I'll get back to your second question, Brian. Why doesn't Angelina trust the woman that they share a place with? I get the Nine of Wands, so the Nine of Wands can signify you've definitely had past history with this woman, or, you know, certain vibes you've gotten from her where it's like you can't trust her. I feel like you need to trust your instincts. It could feel like maybe this person may be discriminating against you in some way based on your looks or your creed, your culture. You may feel restricted in some way, shape, or form as well by this person. So, you know, it almost feels like you feel like you have to, like, walk on eggshells maybe as well. All right? So I think your feelings are not unfounded. I would pay attention to your gut. Brian's second question is, fraud case isn't over. When will the money I supposedly owe be lifted from the collection agency? When will the money that Brian owes be lifted from the collection agency? When will the money that Brian is owed be lifted, supposedly owed, be lifted from the collection agency? Interesting. Okay. I get the King of Cups. The King of Cups can signify an emotional debt in some way, shape, or form. The King of Cups can signify definitely needing to be in control of your emotions with the situation and remain emotionally calm, cool, and collected. There's a need to trust your gut instincts. I feel like the King of Cups can also signify a man maybe that may end up helping you. A Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio in some way, shape, or form, or someone with masculine energy that could give you guidance and clarity. I don't know why I feel like whatever bill you owe could be cut in half, maybe, at the very least, but I do feel like you could still owe some. I feel like it's really the emotional impact of the situation, though, for you. So there's a really need to gain control over your emotions and try not to be, you know, the King of Cups is in the middle of the ocean here in this picture, so you have to try not to be swayed by the tides of the situation, you know. Does that make sense? What's your third question? True Blue wants to know, you're welcome, Angelina. What messages does Spirit have for me? Didn't you send another question, True Blue? So what's your second question as well? Okay, I had 2 cards fly out. I'm only going to take one. So I'll take the one that is not flipped over. Alright. What message does Spirit have for you, True Blue? I get the Page of Wands. So Spirit is wanting you to be mindful of making impulsive decisions at this time. There's a need to make a decision. There's a need, I feel like, to pay attention to being easily influenced, I feel like, right now, True Blue, in terms of your actions with the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands can signify also you starting something new at this time in your life, or it can signify a new change or a new shift, something new that you're kind of starting in your life. So it's like maybe that with the Page of Wands, it's like a lifestyle change. It's almost like, okay, I've got to stop eating this way. I've got to eat a different way. So it's like you're starting from the Page to eventually get to the King or Queen of Wands, or the Emperor, or whatever, Empress. So it's like you're starting something new. Be careful of making impulsive decisions. I feel like you're in a period of learning in some way, shape, or form, whether it's from the universe or in general. So kind of bide your time, all right? Don't be too impulsive. Try not to get frustrated with yourself or other people. You're in a period of learning at this time, all right? Thanks, Lamarr. I'll speak to you on WhatsApp later about the money I did give in because our friend gave me some advice. Okay, what friend, Brian? Okay. Brian, what's your 4th question? Are we on number 4? And then I'm going to get to, I think, we're going to get to True Blue's 2nd question. Will I find a place to move? And then we'll get to Kareen. And then we'll get Brian to, I think, your last question, right? Will True Blue find a place to move? I get the 4 of Cups. Alright. Will you find a place to move? Will you find a place to move to? 4 of Cups. There could be some sacrifice here that needs to be made. There could also be some unexpected change. Alright, also as well, that could show up for you. There's a need to not emotionally give up on finding a place, I feel like, alright? 4s can signify community, friends, acquaintances, so maybe reach out to people you know, peers, you know, someone that can either help you in some way, shape, or form, even if it's just looking or, you know, resources-wise, whatever your situation is. I feel like 4 of Cups can signify like more of an apartment, kind of like community, living kind of vibe in some way, shape, or form. But remember, you've got to start somewhere, all right? So try not to get too emotionally tied up in the situation of, man, my own, like, for example, maybe it's like, man, my money can only take me so far. You know, I want to live in a home, but, you know, I can only afford an apartment. Get the apartment, doesn't mean you'll live there forever, right? Got to start somewhere, okay? 4 of Cups can also signify 4 months, 4 weeks at the earliest. More so within 4 years, anytime within 4 years, okay? It was Star, and I asked my 3rd question already. Oh, I'm not friends with her anymore, actually. So, I'll be interested to see what you have to say about that. But go ahead and ask your 4th question, and then I think, definitely thank you so much. You're so welcome. Let me make sure I didn't miss any donations. Hi, Lamarr, we talking about magic? Yes, Lennon, we talked about magic earlier. You missed the good tea, child. Alright, let's get to Kareen's question. I want to know if Sandrew are the right person for me, please. Is Sandrew the right person for Kareen? Is Sandrew the right person for Kareen? I get the 4 of Wands for this question. So is Sandrew the right person for you, Kareen? 4 can signify more of a friendly nature. 4 can signify more of like a casual kind of connection at this time. So I would say this, relationship between you and Saint or connection gives them off more of a friendly vibe or nature with the Four of Wands. It could also signify you doing things that are more friendly, more casual together. So I feel like in order for this to be the right person, you would have to do things that would move you to that next phase. I'm just also not sure if you're both at the same place or at the right place in life at this time to be together the way you want. So I'll keep your options open. All right, Corrine. Casey wants to know, will I move up? Thank you for your final question, Brian. Casey wants to know, will I move up in the company I work with, which I've been working with them for 6 years, but they rejected me last time because of communication skills. Will Casey move up in the company that Casey works with? Will Casey move up in the company that Casey works with? Nine of Cups. Alright. So will you move up in the company that you work with? Nine of Cups can signify they may feel like you're almost like right where they want you to be, or there may be a certain position that they want you to be. So it's like you could move up, but they may create positions for you to move up to. It's like, kind of like, it almost feels like you're moving up, but not really officially, so to speak, right? It could be because communication issues. Nine of Cups could also signify emotional issues or emotional disconnects in some way, shape, or form as well. So, if you're looking for growth in terms of work, I would look for other opportunities. Even though the Nine of Cups can signify this is maybe a job you like, actually, as well. Okay? So, alright, we're going to get to Melanated Honeybee and then Brian's last question. Yes. Alright. Melanie wants to know, or Melanated wants to know, Gregory or Michael, which one should I choose and why, if neither who? Should Melanated Honeybee choose Gregory or Michael? I get the Judgment card, so this is definitely something you need to pray on, connect with your ancestors about, in order to get the right direction. I feel like one of them may be something you've prayed for, hoped for, wanted in a person, or something like that. I feel like one of them is definitely the answer to your prayers. You just may need clarity as to who that could be at this time. I feel like there could be messages in music for you. I know that sounds weird. They also could have ties to a different country. I don't know why I get Canada or Canadian. Okay, I asked my third question about manifesting romance into my life and when. It was left unanswered. Oh, okay, sorry. Brian wants to know, when will I finally have a boyfriend? A lot of heavy duty shit I had to do spiritually and physically to rid toxicity. When will Brian have a boyfriend? I get the Empress. So this is interesting. Why is the Empress coming out? Maybe there's a woman who could be prominent in connecting you with someone in some way, shape, or form. The Empress would be a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, or it could be someone connected to money or finances. The Empress can signify a matchmaker in some way, shape, or form. Or once again, it could signify a segue or a middleman between you and your person. It could be, the Empress could signify you also getting to a place of being in this energy of abundance and prosperity. So maybe there's definitely a need to focus on your energy of becoming more Empress-like, not necessarily dealing with gender, but an Empress would be like knowing their worth, but also receptive to other people and kind of connecting with other people, right? So definitely could be a need to get into your Empress energy and like connect with Earth on your own terms. Connect with self-love on your own terms. And if you're gonna have a middleman, be sure you have the right one. Like if you're gonna connect with, if you're gonna use someone, if someone's helping you, or if you're connecting with someone to help you, make sure they have a proven track record of finding love too. Like as an example, right? I hope that makes sense. Okay, what's your last question? And then we will get to. I think someone sent a Cash App, right? Okay, let me just get to Brian's last question. Hold on. How is my energy now that I've done many spiritual healings after going through stuff? How is Brian's energy now that Brian has done many spiritual healings after going through stuff? Why do I have 80s music stuck in my head right now? Like, what is going on right now? Maybe I'll listen to that while I walk Fonzie. Do you guys like my makeup moment? This is actually blended. This is 3 different colors. But I didn't use, like, powder, so. Okay. How is your energy now that you've done many spiritual healings after going through stuff? I get the Queen of Swords. You have a lot of feminine energy showing up, Brian, for these last 2 questions. The Queen of Swords can signify definitely you coming to A Night to Remember. I was listening to that all month. Lamarr, you read my mind. Yeah, I feel like with the the Queen of Swords, I feel like there's something where you've definitely reached more of a point of clarity, knowing what you want, knowing what you will and won't accept. I feel like you've reached a point of mental strength. Yes, it's lovely. Thank you, guys. I feel like, Brian, you've reached a point of mental strength, what used to work on you or used to work for you doesn't work for you anymore. I feel like you're calling out the BS. Alright, you're seeing things for what they are. I feel like maybe this magic, part of why this feminine energy is showing up is because maybe you're balancing your feminine energy through whatever your healing you've been doing. So I feel like you're getting more in tune with your feminine energy, which I do feel like is going to call in your right person, right? But don't be afraid to call out the BS, right? As well. Okay? I hope that makes sense. Alright, let's get to these Cash Apps. Thank you, Polly Santos, for your donation. Nikia, what is your question? I think maybe Nikia put the question in. Yes, Casey. Oh, I think that was Kia, right? Okay. Shalimar, Night to Remember. Oh, okay. Interesting. Hi, Lamar. I sent a Cash App. What messages does Spirit have for me? What messages does Spirit have for Kia? Are we going to take that card, Spirit? Okay, we'll take it. You got the Hanged Man, Kia. So there could be a point in your life right now where you are needing to halt, reassess. Alright, there could be some stagnation, some slowdown. There could be a need for you to make a big decision. Alright? Or someone could be making a big decision in regards to you. But once again, there could be some sort of delay. There could be some sort of stagnation. Hold back. Remember that, whatever hold back or delay is for a reason, alright? It may be for the best. I also feel like the Hangman can signify if you're waiting for something to come in, bide your time wisely. Don't sit by the phone twiddling your thumbs. Get out there, be active. It's kind of like, if you're waiting for your job to come in, a yes or no, keep looking for other jobs. Don't just sit and wait, kind of thing. Alright? So it's kind of a double-edged sword. If there's some stagnation or waiting, it's for a reason, but at the same time, if you're going to sit and wait, do it wisely, right? Does that make sense? Dominique, what is your question? Dominique, what's your question again? And then we'll get to Polly. Or Paula. Thank you for your donation. Casey says, when I save up enough money down the line, I'll ask for another personal reading. Your readings are accurate. Thank you, Casey. I appreciate that. I'm really hungry. I haven't eaten all day, so I'm not going to be on for too long. Brian, I think we need to talk. We have a lot to catch up on. Alright, Lamarr, I love you lots. Thanks for the beautiful answers for my stuff, and I will talk to you shortly over text. Yes, we need to talk. I feel like we need to catch up on some stuff. Thank you to whoever just bought a personal reading. Yes, accurate readings. Thank you. Hi, honey. Alright, while we wait for Dominique, thank you. I'm actually waiting to move into a new home, and I have a little anxiety about it. Oh, that makes sense. It's for a reason. Don't rush it. Right? Okay. While we wait for Dominique to come through, let's go to Polly. Alright. What messages does Spirit have for Paula? Thank you, DD, for your donation. What messages does Spirit have for Paula? I get the 7 of Swords for you, Paula, so be careful of putting too much on your plate. You could feel like right now spiritually drained or mentally drained, so you definitely could use a you day, a spa day, or something like that. Take time for yourself day. I don't know why I get the energy of like feeling spiritually attacked. So I don't know if you feel like you're spiritually attacked right now, or I feel like it's more so stress, anxiety, too much on your plate, worry, things of this nature. So you definitely need to kind of lighten your load, Paula. Maybe get organized, listen to Spirit, connect with Spirit, see what Spirit has to, say to you, pray, ask for guidance, things of this nature to help ground you. All right, 7 of Swords can signify a need to ground yourself. All right. All right. Now let's see. Thank you, Didi, for your donation. Dominique's question is, I went to Florida now. She's back. I hope she goes back. Will she go back? Okay. It went to Florida now. She's back. Will she go back? Connected to Dominique. Who, I don't know who she is, but will she go back? I'm confused as to what you're asking, but what message does Spirit have for this question? I get the Moon card, so there could be some uncertainty. There may be a kind of wishy-washiness in terms of her wanting to go back. Does she want to stay? Does she want to go back? Alright. With the Moon card, it can also signify, once again, secret things going on, like within herself that she's thinking about. I don't know if she really wants to go back. I think there's a part of her where she does not want to go back. But maybe you need to show her the light. I'm not sure what that means exactly because you didn't give context and the question's confusing. But once again, maybe there's a need to give light in some way, shape, or form. Whether you have a conversation with them, whether this is a spirit and you send them to the light, there's a need to give them guidance in some way. Alright, well, going to Florida would be better for you because this, and that, or whatever, So that's what I see about that. They may need some guidance. You're right. You're welcome. I'm thinking next personal reading is to go through my chart again and go through the planets that are transiting my chart too. Yes. A transit reading. I think that would be good. DD wants to know, will I meet my life partner this year? Will DD meet their life partner this year? Spirit. What do you have to say about this? Okay, I get the 3 of Wands. I feel like you definitely need to put yourself in the right spaces to meet someone this year, DD. I feel like you need to kind of know what kind of life partner you want, so you can put yourself in the right spaces. Because this could be the energy of like, You know, it's like a client I get where it's like, you know, they ask me the same question and it's like, you know, I give them the same answer, but it's like, well, I'm going out, I'm, you know, I'm having fun, I'm meeting people, but it's like, are you at the right place? So, for example, you look at, you know, you around the right people kind of thing. This could be an example of maybe you want a lawyer, but you spend a lot of time at the bar or, you know, at the club. You're probably not going to meet a lawyer or, you know, at a bar or a club. Or if you do, it's probably not a good version of them. It's not a version that you want to meet under circumstances of life partnerism, right? So I think there's something there. I think you need to be open minded, either in terms of where you look, who you're looking for. Step outside your comfort zones. Be open to different maybe cultures, creeds, races, things like that. Okay. Hi, Mona Nicole TV. Thank you for being here. All right. So I think we got through all the questions, right? I'm actually kind of tired. More tired than I thought I would be, but I didn't drink my green drink today yet, so maybe that's why. I just want to make sure we didn't forget anything. We got through all the PayPals. Oops. Yes. Okay, we got through those. We got through the Cash Apps. Alright, so any last minute questions, go ahead and donate. Once again, $5 for one question. There's PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. Shelvel, should I try for a third time at my real estate exam? Did you donate, Shelvel? Or Shelvel? Evel? I like to focus on the outer planets because they're affecting me most recently, mostly Saturn and Pluto. Yeah. Paula says, wow, thank you so much. That was 100% spot on. I'm extremely stressed and overwhelmed, so I definitely need to make a change and fast. You're appreciated. You're welcome, Paula. Yeah, slow down. Take a chill pill. Often overreacting is not going to help the case. What did you guys think about our pheromone magic chat? Did you guys get any good information out of that? Can I send it here? Yes, you can. Did someone donate just now? Sorry. Thank you, Jatone. Jatone, what is your question? Hi, Melissa. Was that you, Melissa? Yes, I got some clarity on pheromones and, of course, my questions I asked. Yes, I thought it was a good chat. Thank you, Melissa, for your Cash App. What's your question? I hope y'all are having a good Sunday. I think when I get off, I'm going to take my cat for a walk, and I might just start filming for my next, my other channel. Patreon's coming out soon, a new tier, so be out on the lookout for that. What other church announcements do we have? Thank you, Shell, for your donation. Should Shell try a third time for Shell's real estate exam? What message do you have about this, Spirit? Should Shell try for a third time for Shell's real estate exam? Just one card. Just one card, Spirit. Alright. A lot of y'all are getting this. 3 of Wands. Third time's a charm. 3 of Wands can signify being prepared, though. 3 of Wands can signify good luck as well. Learning from your mistakes. Approaching the situation differently. So there's a need for you to learn from your mistakes, approach the situation differently this third time around, and be more prepared in some way, shape, or form. Start preparing weeks ahead instead of, whatever, a few days or something like that. Set your expectations reasonably, but strive for the best. I feel like this really depends on your mindset, how you're approaching the situation, okay, this third time around, all right? You could pass, but it may not be, the most amazing, top 1% grade or something like that, but you passed kind of thing, okay? Melissa wants to know, what message does Spirit have for me today? What does that make sense, Shell? What message does Spirit have for Melissa today? I just heard the word gratitude as I was shuffling. Melissa, you got the Four of Wands. So you could be in a period of change, but change that is going to be unexpected in some way. There could be an involvement of friends, acquaintances, social groups, social media, the internet, technology influencing your decision in some way. But change is prominent or imminent. Could show up within 4 weeks, 4 months. It is the Four of Wands card, so it could be by your own actions as well. But your actions would be, once again, influenced by other people, other things you've looked up, things you've read on. So maybe this could be making an influenced decision, okay, in some way, shape, or form within the next 4 weeks, 4 months is what I see, okay? Since I'm a Scorpio moon, I feel misunderstood by other people, especially with my moon being in the 7th house in Libra. Yeah. I think we talked about this in your chart reading, where I think you're just you're a deep feeler, and you're a people person. So with that energy. You're welcome, Melissa. All right, you guys. I think I'm gonna sign off. I think we got through all the questions, right? If you want your questions answered, once again, check out my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. This is also where you can go to reach me. Sorry to blur out my face. But for those of you that are interested, once again, text me at 703-791-9162. Email me at lamarr.townsend@gmail.com. Visit my website. All right, these are the prices. Phone readings have same-day priority. All other readings typically take 1 to 3 days or less. All right. Right now, I'm not too busy. So, once again, you'll get your reading sooner rather than later. Okay? And I'm going to sign off. I love you guys. I am exhausted. I'm not going to lie. But I have had so much fun. It's been so chill. And it was a good conversation I think we had about pheromone magic. Once again, make sure you're doing your pheromone magic. Remember, smell is important. Make sure you smell good. And make sure you know how you smell. Alright? Very, very important. Make sure you know how your car smells. Make sure you know how your home smells. Make sure you know how your book bag or your purse smells. I mean, all of this is important. You could smell great, but if someone walks in your home and it smells not the best, that's still going to reflect poorly, okay, on you. And make a not good, so good impression, okay? So, I love you all. This has been a great chat. I hate to leave, but I'm hungry, I'm starving, I'm tired, okay? I love you guys. I will see you in the next video. Love and light. Remember, personal readings. I'll see you in your own personal reading, or I'll see you in the next video. Either way, I'll see you soon. Check out my Michael Jackson reading if you didn't. Follow me on TikTok, YouTube, Patreon, Spotify, Google, Anchor, Facebook, and more. Love and light.